Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. So, I wanted to speak as much as I can from my heart, even though I'm going to give you facts as well. That helps people who are stuck in the mind. About raising your vibration. Vibration, what do I mean by that? Let's be as real as possible here. Why is this light? I'm going to leave you with this before my recipe is... I don't know, I'm just speaking spontaneously from my heart here, okay? So be with me there. But, how do I say this? When you are coming from a place where you feel connected, your energy feels more like this. And it's light, and it's concentrated, and you feel clear and direct. Now, when you eat food where the nutrients, you're putting things into you, whether your soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call it, it's going, the food you're putting in your body, where it's housing whatever we want to call ourselves, our being, whatever religion, beliefs, etc. you have. If you're putting things into you that are devoid of nutrients and don't really do stuff, my opinion and what again I notice in feeling is you can feel a little, depending what you put in there, a little more separated or a little more all over the place. And it's still beautiful and you can still enjoy life, but just notice how clear you feel, more like this. And one thing I've noticed more than food is drink enough water. I can tell my friend when I have not drank enough water in a day, and I'll say I feel really tired or I don't feel as much energy. I'd say we were made up more of water than we are for food, so another great tip for energy, water. And we're talking just on the physical level, and go beyond the physical, but I just wanted to talk about raising vibration, and I hope that you got something from this. Enjoy this recipe, and feel good, feel connected, feel energetic, like the being that you really are. And don't believe into the lies of how we're grown up, of what we're supposed to eat, or how we're supposed to, what we really need, when we actually don't need as much of it as we think. And when you go through the programming, it may take a while. Again, it's taken me a year, but my levels have been tested. I went to the doctor, and eating a high raw food diet has been over a year working for me. Again, I take B12 as it's fortified in the silk soy milk that I buy. It's organic, non-GMO soy milk, and that's what works for me. And my B12 is fine. I had that tested as well. Everything is great. So it works, people. It really does work. See how you feel. Add things in instead of removing. And when you add things in, you'll notice a difference. Like I've noticed, I don't really like cheese anymore. And when I eat cheese now, I feel sick. And it is the feeling. And it's the heaviness feeling. And I say, let's feel as light and energized and connected and free as possible. And I hope that my recipe and just the discussion of this makes your awareness more on a daily basis. If we could raise our energy and be aware of our conscious of what we speak, how we live without killing joy and spontaneity, imagine how much more connected we could be. Again, protein is made up of amino acids. Amino acids are high in, I'd say, again, as I advocate as raw as possible. Spirulina, blue-green algae, which I put in smoothie, that one is extremely high. Look on nutritiondata.com. Again, another source. A lot of seafood sources are really great. Red meat, if I can give any tips at all, red meat is really not a great source of protein. It really isn't. If you look up the nutrients of spirulina, like it has like 10 times more iron than ground beef. It has an insane amount of vitamin A, like it just has so many things. Look it up. There are so many other sources that are actually more giving. And see what works for you. Hello everybody. Okay, I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. Here is, which is what I have every morning. Energizes me. It's fantastic. It's raw green smoothie. Well, I guess it's technically not 100% raw, but it's pretty close. So, here we go. I'm just going to get on with it. So the ingredients, I have it listed in the description of this video, but it's super fast and easy. I've taken kale. Here we go, look. It's half a cup. You can use more or less, depending how much suits you. And you put that in the blender. Mine is just a regular Cuisinart blender. You don't need, here I'm going to show here. Cuisinart 8-speed. It's called the Smart Power 7-speed blender. It was like 80 bucks or so. I think it was actually on sale for 60. But anyway, there's some kale. Next, orange. Put in at least one orange, or orange juice if you wish. I tried switching to oranges, and I got sick, which I found kind of bizarre. I don't know why, but I love orange juice. Okay, though I prefer the real orange would be better if you want to be really strict draw, but I'm not about, 100% as close as you can be is great, but I'm about being healthy and what works for you, and this is what works for me. So I'm putting a cup of orange juice. If you don't want to use orange juice, you can use water, and again, put in an orange instead. That would be another great suggestion, but that's what works for me. Okay, now this I'm putting in, and by the way, that kale is in there. The orange juice is some vitamin C. Kale has an extreme amount of vitamin C, half a cup. I'll put the exact amounts in the videos to save time, but there's a large amount of vitamins in there. It's really fantastic. Okay, banana. This is just one banana. You can keep it frozen in the fridge for 20 minutes and put it in to make it nice and cool, or just put it in straight. So I put in one banana, and that's going to give us our carbs, which are the good carbs. Okay, then you put in about 4 strawberries. Frozen or fresh is better, but whichever works for you. Okay, now to get in some extra protein and omega-3s, you can use hemp seeds, but for me what I use is flax seeds. So I'm just using 1 tablespoon, and flax seeds is one of the highest amounts of per gram for omega-3s. So just 1. Again, you don't even taste this. Okay, not that there's a really strong taste of flax or anything, and this is mine is Nature's Path Organic Flaxseed Meal. Here I am too. Okay, now I had switched from my previous video. This is something I changed. I now use, this is a tablespoon of sesame seeds. They're cheap, they are fantastic, they're loaded with calcium. You want to get calcium? Kale has a lot, so does sesame seeds have a huge amount. And some extra protein. It's only about 1 or 2 grams protein, but the protein thing is actually a bit of a myth, which I'd already discussed earlier in this video. Okay, next this is the best part about it. This is I know this is going to sound strange to love, but it's Spirulina. This is an amazing source of protein. Since it was on the subject of the protein, Spirulina is, I would say, the best source available, in my personal opinion. All it is blue-green algae. It's great for people who have allergies, no matter what your diet is. It can be expensive if you buy it at places like Whole Foods. Get it at a health food store. Mine was about $25 plus tax. And it's great. I'm putting 2 tablespoons of spirulina powder in. Spirulina is a protein that's actually absorbed by the body. I looked up protein, and it has, again, I talked about this already in the video, but a reminder, it has to do with amino acids, and there are 8 essential amino acids for the body. Spirulina has pretty much most of them in large amounts. Look up nutritiondata.com, check it out, and you'll see what I'm saying. Okay, talked about that already. That's pretty much it. Now, put the lid on, turn it on, and it's gonna be a bit noisy, but here we go. I forgot the one ingredient, but see, I can still do this. It's a great thing about a blender, is I forgot that this is raw, organic, cold-pressed coconut oil. Again, I would suggest Artisana. I really think there's a great. If you look on Raw Radiant Health coconut oil, she talks about how coconut oils, if again raw, unprocessed, cold-pressed, it's actually extremely good for you. It's, again, I just use 1 tablespoon in it. It has, those are your good fats, and it also, by the way, helps you in absorption of the vitamins, minerals that you're having it. So what you have with it is, it'll help you to absorb it more. So I'm just going to do a quick back turn on the blender. Yum. It's really good. I have this every morning. It's very sweet. It's so good. I get energy just drinking it. And I'm not about food, but I'm telling you, energy. You want to talk about energy? Try adding things into your diet instead of taking away. Try adding this in for breakfast and notice how you feel. And you can definitely edit this to whatever works for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, down below. And I hope you enjoy this. I know I do. Again, I've had my levels checked by the doctor just 3 weeks ago. And I've been doing this for a year in a high raw diet, and I'm good.